We're here at the event, and we're here now with Oded Feuer from the World Zionist Organization, head of the
Aliyah Promotion Unit.
Aliyah Promotion Unit. That's for sure important. These people, most of these people already were promoted. They're here already. But let's talk about Aliyah Promotion. There's many ways to go on this issue. Sometimes it's scary where you're living, come to Israel. Sometimes it's about the Zionist issue. Sometimes it's the Jewish issue. Where do you find yourself focusing, or maybe in all directions?
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, as you know, as a direction, as I said, we call the Aliyah Promotion Unit Habaita, which gives the direction. Coming home. This is the place for you. So we start from there. When we started to analyze the Aliyah promotion, what's right to do, we said that maybe there's two lanes. First of all, is to bring back the Aliyah dialogue to the center of the Jewish discourse outside of Israel. Because now for many years it was, the A word and all this kind of of saying about it. And we said, no, it's, today in the Aliyah communities around the world, you speak about everything, you speak about Aliyah, and by the hands of the community, by the rabbis, it's not bad to speak about it. It's not going to ruin all the efforts to keep the community. The opposite, it's going to make the community stronger.
This is wild, but even now, we are seeing more and more, sometimes with the Jewish agencies, sometimes foreign ministry, understanding that it's sometimes important to, yes, strengthen the community, the communities abroad, not always try to bring them home. So you're doing this at the same time.
Yeah, because we believe, this interesting process happened for the last, I think, over the last decade. I think now there's a strong understanding, and it's clear understanding that what connects people to their Jewish identity is the state of Israel. Mm-hmm. So if you take one young boy from the community in New York, and you tell him, strengthen your Jewish identity and send him to Israel, and then he say, okay, I've learned about Israel, now I want to live there. So it's not a failure that he's leaving the community; it's a success. Okay, and so that will strengthen the community. And then they say, what's happened if all the good guys will leave? What we're going to do? Right. So we'll. I'm telling them, you can relax.
There's also the term.
Not everyone will come.
There's also a term that I heard of, especially when rabbis or leaders lead by leave.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see the rabbis leaving and making Aliyah, and that's something of a responsibility, but it's something important. The best self.
Dugma ishit, as we say, the role model, and we believe in that, and I think it's like in Hebrew say yafuch al hafuch, the opposite way. We believe that if strong people living to Israel, not leaving the community, they're making Aliyah. So that's going to strengthen the community. It shows that the community has a vision, has a way, and I think it's strengthening it, even if they're not there physically. And then, so then there's the Aliyah discourse, okay? And then it's not bad to do Aliyah. It's okay. It's legitimate again. So how am I going to do it? And then there's the tachlis lane, we call it. And then the practical, how are we going to do it? How are we going to actually make it? And then we have few things that we focus on. I heard someone very interesting said like ABC, okay? A is avoda, work, employment. B is bait, home, like real estate. And C is community. Okay, all the important things that...
There, by the way, with community, we have an interesting question. Does the community want to stay together in closed communities, Anglo communities, or some people want to say, here I'm in Israel, I want to go and live in an Israeli community? So it's two different ways to look at it.
Nachon, but when you say community, it means the integration in the community. You will choose what's best for you. If to stay, if to live in some places that I'm not going to say the name in Israel, which you cannot when you don't need your Hebrew. Or you want to be in Israelis, or you want to do it like half and half, which I think now I think the most of the people want it. For the beginning, they want to speak with the people their language, but still they want to be in Israeli society. So how are we going to do it? First of all, let's say the A, avodah. Again, of course, work. It's it's work. I'm playing with the words, but here in the event, we had the initiative to make the Aliyah hub over there. Because after the ideology and after the big decision that one made, I want to take my family to Israel, But at the end of the day, I have to make a living. Without that, yeah, it's not going to work. So the Aliyah Hub gives many answers that dismantle these fears, as you said, about Aliyah, about how I'm going to find my job. And then suddenly he sees, wow, there's so many opportunities, even more opportunities than I had back there. Wow. So Avodah is very important. We have forums of, for example, we have a few groups in LinkedIn for people from France, for engineers, then to insurance and economy, and then for marketing.
Okay, and in terms of home, let's continue. In terms of homes, we see, of course, the real estate.
Of course, and community. And then, so we have these kind of fairs like here and outside of Israel. We're doing pilot trips, to do tachlis, and that's pilot trip is not a tour of Israel. It's not scenery. You're going day by day. You see communities, and in community you see the education. You see how the employment in this city. You see everything that we said, but in tachlis.
So let's end with what's going on these days. I accompanied one of the Nefesh B'Nefesh Olim, the immigrant flights, and it was very powerful to understand that yes, because not only despite what's going on in Israel, because of what's going on in Israel, people want to come home.
Well, that's amazing. I'm working in Aliyah business every day, and you see my my skin, because it's amazing. People have such a strong understanding and knowledge and emunah that this is the bayit, habayta, and they're coming. And I've heard one of the I think he came now with Nefesh. He said sitting back home in my on the porch in one of the suburbs, and to see what's happening in Israel. See, where am I in this story? Am I watching the movie, or am I writing the history with my friends? And I think that's what's happening now. It's from the States, and absolutely from France and from other places in the world. And Aliyah is not the A word anymore. I think it's
the H word, coming home.
I'll work with that. And I think the success of here, which people are here, the klita, the absorption of them here, klita tova is idud aliyah. Good absorption is the best. It's the best aliyah promotion that we can do.
Okay, Oded, thank you very much.
Thank you.